Welcome to Man About Danville with Logan H. Gurman, a podcast for Danville, Kentucky and beyond. Conversations with friends, and you get to listen. Brought to you by the Logan Company, a commercial and residential real estate brokerage for Danville and Central Kentucky. 80% Danville-centric, 20% eccentric.
Good morning, Danville, Kentucky. You are listening to Man About Danville. I am Logan H. Gurman, the man about Danville himself. You are listening to the most exciting, the most influential, and the fastest growing podcast for Danville, Boyle County, the Bluegrass region, and the entire Commonwealth of Kentucky. Thanks very much for joining me today, whether you are here in Danville, Perryville, Junction City, down on the Fork, Lancaster, Liberty, Lexington, Louisville, Indy, Seattle, Portland, Atlanta, Denver, New York City, Nashville, Chattanooga, Florence, Alabama, the Mississippi Gulf Coast, New Orleans, Boca Raton, Tampa, Clearwater, St. Pete, wherever you're listening. I certainly appreciate you taking time out of your busy life to join me on this podcast. If you enjoyed the podcast, I hope you would consider giving it a like, giving me a review or a rating wherever you happen to listen. There should be a little share button. If you would hit that and share it on the social media platform of your choosing, I'd appreciate it. Be sure to tag me so I can see it and thank you personally. Yeah, it's been a minute. I have been away from the microphone for a while. Life has intervened. This was easy. These episodes were easier to crank out when we were all quarantined at home. It's a little bit harder. But I enjoy doing it. I think you'll enjoy listening to it. I still have listeners. I'm getting new listeners. So I like doing it. There are a lot of people I want to talk to. There are a lot of stories I want to tell. So bear with me. I'm going to crank these out as often as I can. Hope to do it every couple of weeks. But I don't know if you've noticed, real estate has been really busy the past 6 months or so. And that's wonderful for me, and I appreciate it. I intend to continue cranking out podcast episodes whenever I can. I am pleased today to be joined by a returning guest, Jessica Johnson of the Mcdoubt Healthcare Foundation. Welcome, Jessica. Thank you for being here. How are you?
I'm awesome. Man, it's been a long time since our last time getting together.
And you know what the sad thing is? I haven't managed to knock out another podcast in the in-between time. So you're going to be back to back, but that's cool.
Oh, wow. Well, that's awesome. Maybe next time, we can add another person on here, and kind of talk about all things Danville,
There are all kind of possibilities, but I thank you for being here. I've been kind of busy, and I haven't been. It was easier to knock these out when COVID was going on, and no one was really doing anything. And now that we're back to work, it's a little harder. But I want to keep doing them, and there are a lot of people I want to talk to, and you've got stuff coming up that we need to talk about.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jessica, what's your position with the EMHCF Healthcare Foundation?
Well, as of yesterday, I was promoted as Mcdoubt Foundation Director. So
breaking news. Say it again. You are the...
I am the director of the Mcdoubt Foundation as of yesterday. May 4th. May the 4th be with you, right?
Well, on behalf of me and all my staff and the interns and the guys in the production truck, congratulations.
Thank you.
Breaking news right here on Man About Danville. All right. So you're now the director of the Healthcare Foundation. And Correct. Last time you were here, we were talking about, what were we talking about?
We were talking about the Happy Heart.
Oh, that's right. The luncheon.
The luncheon, and why support the foundation's initiatives. And we had a great time, actually. We talked about all things kind of foundation related, but also, the healthcare and a little bit about Danville. And so, yeah.
All right. So, this is the fastest growing podcast in Danville. So there may be people who this is their first episode that missed the last episode. Would you briefly explain again what the Mcdoubt Healthcare Foundation does and what their mission is?
I like to make it easy because there's a lot. The Mcdoubt Foundation is dedicated to improving the health of those in the communities we serve. And they provide philanthropic support, allowing EMH to provide the most advanced, comprehensive, and passionate care to our patients. So how do we do that? We do that through the foundation initiatives for projects that are in the future or that are currently happening to advance the healthcare in our communities. And some of the ways that we do that is through our fundraisers. And we have 3 big fundraiser events. As we talked about, Happy Heart was back in February, which was a huge success. And then our upcoming one we have is the golf tournament in May, actually 2 weeks away.
So that's going to be on what day?
That's going to be on May 16th.
Is that a Monday?
It is a Monday at the Danville Country Club. And believe it or not, we are at max capacity again this year. I had to turn away about 5 teams. So we're making headway. It's pretty amazing.
That's awesome. I don't know what we're going to talk about if we're not going to tell people they need to go sign up. You're already full up on your golf teams.
Hold on. Now the teams are sold out. However, if you would like to be a sideline supporter, I still have some of those sponsorships available.
So if I sponsored a hole or a tee box or something or other, it would be exposed to your completely sold out golf crew.
That is correct. We have some putting green sponsorships available. We have a couple of lunch sponsors available, and we also have some prize sponsors available as well. So yeah, we've got a couple of those. Our cart sponsors are sold out. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, last year it was completely sold out, and this year we're going to surpass what we did last year already. And so I'm grateful to our community and those who support and the generosity of our businesses and individuals in the community, because we can't do it without them. So I'm truly grateful.
Well, I'm looking ahead. It looks like the weather is going to be absolutely perfect on May 16th.
Yay!
May and October are the best months to live in our part of the world. And it's going to be at the Danville Country Club, which is really upped its game lately.
Yes, they have. I mean, we're going to have ribeye steak sandwiches and brats with all the fancy kind of, condiments on the side. We're going to have some drinks, and it's going to be a great time. I mean, who would not want to come out on a sunny, pretty day?
Especially on a Monday when you should be in the office. This is a great excuse to be out and be out of the office.
I mean, yes, it's a great way to mix and mingle, get out there, have a fun afternoon playing around a golf. But then what the best part is, you'll be doing a good deed. So you're going to have fun playing around a golf with folks, meeting other people, but then doing a good deed, which makes the day more enjoyable. I mean, why not?
So all the money you guys raise, that's not going to incentivize doctors or to doctor salaries. All the money you guys raise actually stays right here in the community. And how are some of those dollars used?
100% of every donation goes to fund future projects, or like I said earlier, or directly benefit projects currently serving our communities within the region we're in, such as Camp Can Do for children with special needs. They do a couple-week camp in the summer at Camp Horse and Around with some other camps that they do. It helps with some of the projects with, mammography equipment, some equipment that maybe we need some state-of-the-art things that our folks are needing, or maybe it's helping with folks in the community who can't afford their medicine or a walker after a, surgical procedure. But in short, your dollars come back to support the healthcare in, the health in your community. So 100% of it all goes back to the communities in which we're in. So a lot of organizations can't, you can't say that 100%. It doesn't go to anybody else. It goes straight back to advance the healthcare in the communities we're in. So we are sincerely appreciate those, and it carries out a positive impact in someone's life.
Jessica, who are some of the members on the Ephraim Healthcare Board?
Yeah, so some of our board of directors for the Ephraim Mcdoubt Foundation, our board chair is David Grigson. We then have Kay Richardson, who is our treasurer. Then we have Damon Thompson, who is our secretary. We also have Jennifer Daniel. We have Chris Davis, John Scaff, Jennifer Newby, and then our newest member is Sierra Landy. So we have an outstanding board of directors that represent our demographics, and they're awesome. I could not do what I do without their support. They're great.
I recognized a lot of those names, and some of those folks aren't here in Danville, Boyle County. There's some Stanford folks and some Garrett County folks in there.
That's correct.
So your board represents the whole geographic footprint that the hospital represents too.
That is correct. We serve a 6-county service area. So we represent that. Yes.
All right. So what kind of sponsorship opportunities do you have at the golf tournament?
So what we have left, since we're sold out of all our teams, we do have a couple of lunch sponsorships, which are $500. We have a couple of snack sponsors that are available, which are $250. And then we also have prize sponsors, which is $250, and putting green, which is $100. So we put those throughout all the holes and throughout, thanking our supporters.
And what time do things kick off out there on the 16th?
Yeah, so it starts, lunch and registration starts at 11 a.m.
Okay, so it's an afternoon event.
It
All
is.
Right. And if I need, or one of my listeners needs to get a hold of you to sponsor something or wants more information on this, can you give me your contact info?
Yeah, my contact, the best way to reach me would be by email, and it's jrjohnson at emhealth.org.
All right, say it one more time.
jrjohnson at emhealth.org.
All right, so email is the best way to reach you.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Anything else for us?
Yeah, have you, on a side note, have you been to some of these local restaurants downtown? I mean, I know we go to all of them, but I have been finding something from every single one of them that I'm thinking, man, this is amazing.
Strange that you mentioned that. And this isn't, we didn't talk about this off air or anything. There are so many new places in town. I want to put together like an episode where I go and talk to 2 or 3 of these different new places and see what they've got on the menu. And
yes.
we just had a little renaissance of dining here, not just downtown, but out in Greenleaf Shopping Center. There are a couple new places out there. So that's on my list of things to do. And if you've got a restaurant and you want to talk to me, hit me up at manaboutdanville@gmail.com. I'll throw that in later. But anyway, yeah. So are you still on the Heart of Danville board?
So I'm on the committee.
Okay.
And so, being right downtown Danville with the hospital and with the foundation, I'm all about Danville. I love everything about what we have. But I just, the other day I was trying out a breakfast sandwich the other day at Dry Stack, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is so freaking amazing that, I couldn't eat that every day. It's just I could eat it, but I shouldn't eat it. Right. But it was so amazing. And there's just something everywhere. Every place I've been to, it's just been great. So
it's awesome as we try to shake off the pandemic that all these folks are trying new things and entrepreneurs are out there. And so it's wonderful to see in downtown Danville and all throughout the community.
Yeah, it's making it hard for me to lose this weight for Luminosity, our next event, August 20th, our Luminosity Gala. I'm thinking, come on.
Are you going to be able to talk to me about that one before the Luminosity Ball?
Yeah, I would love for us to do that. Yeah.
Right. I'll have to start planning my outfit for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you will. You'll be all GQ.
Dripped out, as the kids say.
Dripped out. Yeah. Or as bougie, right? Bougie or a bougie or something.
Is bougie good or bad? I don't know.
I think it's good. It's
okay.
All
right.
It's like hip. Maybe that's what we should do. Another podcast, talk about all the I don't know.
The phrases that your 12-year-old and my 12-year-old use that we have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, hold on, Google, Alexa, what does?
Should you be saying that to your friend? No, Dad, it's good. It's fine. Okay. All right. Does Luminosity have a theme already? Do you have a working theme?
Oh, we had to cancel it last year. So this year it's still the masquerade theme. Everybody is stoked about it because they have their mask. And so they were crossing their fingers, hoping that we would keep the same theme. And we are. So it's going to be a fun time. It's going to, yeah.
I keep my Phantom of the Opera mask and my Mardi Gras mask in the same closet as my hats. So I'll have to go into my hat and mask closet to find something for the Luminosity thing this fall.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm so excited about it. It's gonna be awesome.
Jessica Johnson, the newly minted director of the Ephraim Healthcare Foundation. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it, Logan. It's always a pleasure. I always like to chat with you for sure and catch up.
Always fun to talk with you. You're a high energy person. You're a great guest. Thanks for being on. I'll see you out at the country club on May 16th.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
All right. Thanks, Jessica.
Take care.
My thanks to Jessica Johnson, the director of the Ephraim Mcdoubt Healthcare Foundation, for joining me today. I'll get links up to her organization in the show notes. Do you want to get in touch with me to talk about the show or real estate? Do you have an item that needs discussion? Do you have feedback for me? If you do, you can get in touch. Find me on the website, manaboutdanville.com. You can email me, manaboutdanville@gmail.com. I'm on Instagram at manaboutdanville. I'm on Twitter. The handle is mandanville. Facebook page is manaboutdanville. You can find me, of course, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, even on YouTube. Just about anywhere else you find your podcast. You can even use your Amazon Echo device to listen. If you have a moment, hit the subscribe button wherever you listen. I really appreciate those of you who have taken the time to give me a rating or review. Those are always welcome. Until next time, shop local, eat local, be well, have a good weekend, and thanks for listening.
That's it. We're out. Thanks so much for listening. We really appreciate it. Subscribe to Man About Danville wherever you access your favorite podcasts, and be sure to tell your friends about us. You've been listening to Man About Danville with Logan H. Gurman, brought to you by the Logan Company, a commercial and residential real estate brokerage for Danville and Central Kentucky. Know someone who would be a good guest? Want to be a guest yourself? Have an idea for the show? Get in touch with us. Find all our contact information on the web at manaboutdanville.com. Thanks for joining us.